This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Olivia Mary de Havilland's entrance into the world was in some ways typical of the child of English expatriates during World War I. Such children were born into privilege, thanks to ambitious parents who were seeking their fortunes in faraway countries. Yet within 3 years of her birth, Olivia's life, and the British Empire, took a new direction in a new world. For Olivia, this resulted in a career of changing personas, evolving artistic interests, shifting nationalities and countries, and routed gender expectations. It also suggested the resilience, determination, and bravery that have taken her, as of this writing, to her 102nd year. Olivia was born in Tokyo, Japan on July 1, 1916, to 2 British citizens, Lillian Augusta Roos, a talented music and voice student and later teacher, and Walter Augustus de Havilland, a Cambridge graduate and lawyer. Outwardly, they seemed typical of their class at the end of the Edwardian era. However, some quirks would soon become apparent. Lillian had performing aspirations that she passed on to her first daughter, Olivia, and to her second child, born 17 months later, Joan de Beauvais. Walter, a patent attorney working for a British firm in Tokyo, had aspirations to live the life of a Mikado once he arrived in Japan, and was somewhat successful in that pursuit. Lillian Augusta Roos was born in Reading, Berkshire, England, on June 11, 1886. She studied voice and music and was accomplished enough to win 2 3-year scholarships to Reading Musical College. In fact, according to Olivia, starting at the age of 15, she was trained as a teacher of choral singing, and it was choral singing which she taught in Tokyo's Anglican community, starting in 1907. That year, Lillian traveled to Tokyo to accept the position and was reunited with her brother Ernest, who taught music at Waseda University. Many British men and women made their fortunes in the East in the 19th and early 20th centuries, but for Lillian to venture to Japan without a husband showed a bravery and a confidence that would be passed on to both Olivia and her sister. It was there that Lillian first met Walter de Havilland, who became smitten with the younger woman. He proposed, but she rejected him and returned to England in 1911. Beginning in January 1912, she studied acting with Sir Beerbohm Tree while working as his assistant at his academy, now known as the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, RADA. Olivia noted that Lillian was prompted to embark on this adventure by a remark made by another Tokyo resident, a lady playwright who, after hearing my mother sing a solo one Sunday morning at St. Andrew's Church in Tokyo, said to her, "You have a beautiful voice, and I would like to write a musical play for you." To which my mother replied, "I know a lot about music and singing, but nothing whatever about acting." It is interesting to watch Lillian, billed as Lillian Fontaine, in the 1945 film The Lost Weekend. She has one brief scene as the mother of Jane Wyman's character, who is dating the alcoholic played by Ray Milland. While waiting with her husband in the lobby of a hotel, Lillian's character analyzes her daughter's suitor, unaware that he is sitting behind her and listening to everything she says. Lillian speaks in a cultured voice, using that mid-Atlantic British cross-dialect that matrons in Hollywood films adopted in the 1930s and 1940s. She is substantial, almost coquettish, in her brief scene. In one moment, when she appears in profile, she reveals the heart-shaped face of Olivia. In the next moment, the angle reveals the high cheekbones of Joan. It's not much screen time, but it was an important accomplishment for Lillian, who, according to Joan's autobiography, No Bed of Roses, possessed a post-Victorian self-control as well as taste, discrimination, good manners, love of the arts, intellectual clarity, the highest morality in all things. Not unlike Betty and Bobby Davis and their mother Ruthie, the de Havilland Fontaine girls breathed the air of the redoubtable Lillian, whose inspiration and grit were paired with the brusqueness of her class and age. Joan's relationship with Lillian was troubled, and the actress felt she didn't know her mother very well.